answer. Today we will be covering TEKS 67A, generating equivalent expressions using order of operation. Today's problem is, which expression is equivalent to 42 divided by 6 plus 4, open parentheses 2 plus 7, close parentheses. Please remember to use your cube strategy. I would like to see you underline the question. We do not need to circle the numbers, but I want you to box in expression as well as equivalent expression. Now let's move on to solving the answer. Step 1. What strategy would you use to solve this expression? We look at the problem again. It's 42 divided by 6 plus 4, open parentheses 2 plus 7, close parentheses. I would suggest that we use PEMDAS. And PEMDAS is just the rules of order of operations. It explains that we first need to do the parentheses, second, exponents, third, multiply or divide going left to right, whichever one comes first, and then fourth, add or subtract, whichever one comes first, going left to right. Now, what does the parentheses indicate in this expression? A. Multiply 4 times 2 plus 7. B. Divide 42 by 6 plus 4. C. Add 2 plus 7 times 4. D. Add 6 plus 4 divided by 42. Alright, so when we look at the parentheses, it is telling us, because we always want to start with the most inner parentheses, 2 plus 7 will give us 9, and then we will multiply that by 4. So we will multiply the sum of what's inside the parentheses, which is 2 adding 2 plus 7, and then we're going to multiply that 4 times. Your answer choice should have been C. We're going to use the order of operations to solve this problem. First, we will start with the most inner parentheses, which is 2 plus 7. This will end up giving us 9 times 4. We want to get rid of the parentheses, and whenever we see a number on the outside of the parentheses, it is telling us that we're going to use the multiplication operation. 4 times 9 equals 36. Division will come next, going left to right, since we have cleared out all multiplications and parentheses. We have 42 divided by 6, which gives us 7. The next operation we will do, which is step 4, addition. We would end up adding 7 plus 36. I want you to see where we're getting these numbers from and have a good understanding of how we're making our calculations. Now we would add 7 plus 36, which would give us a sum of 43. This is what your work should look like when you do an expression, triangular or the Dorito style, whichever one you like to call. And please don't forget the big misconception, which is working the most inner parentheses as your starting point. Okay. Use the order of operations to solve answer choice A. We have to go through and solve each answer choice to find out which one is equivalent to 43. The first thing we will do is work the parentheses, which is also meaning multiplication. Whenever we have a parenthesis with a number directly beside it, it means to multiply. So parentheses 8 times 2 equals 16. Next operation we have is an addition. 27 plus 16 gives us 43. This is what your work should look like. And the big misconception is understanding that 8 and the parentheses is telling you to multiply. You're multiplying 8 times 2. Whenever you see a number directly outside of a parenthesis, it is telling you multiplication. The next answer choice, we're going to use the order of operation to solve answer choice B. 8 squared minus 5 times 4. We'll start with the parentheses 5 times 4, which gives us 20. Then second, we will do the exponent. 8 to the second power is equal to 64. Next, we will do subtraction. Subtraction is 64 minus 20. 64 minus 20 equals 44. This is what your work should look like. And the big misconception is a lot of kids do not understand the exponent, meaning you're multiplying the base, which is 8, 2 times by itself. So you end up doing 8 times 8. The big misconception is a lot of kids would have did 8 times 2, and that is wrong. You want to multiply 8 times 8 to get 8 squared, or 8 to the second power. Use the order of operation to solve the answer choice for C. We will start with the parentheses, which is multiplication. 4 times 9 is 36. Then we will go to division. 36 divided by 6 gives you 6. The next operation would be addition. We would have 36 plus 6. And when we solve it, it will give us 42. We're getting our numbers from doing the operations, and this is what your work should look like. You should have had 4 times 9 gives you 36. 36 plus 4 times 9 gives you 36. And then 36 divided by 6 gives you 6. 36 plus 6 gives you 42. Answer choice D. Use the order of operation to solve the answer choice D. We will start with parentheses. 6 times 8 gives you 48. Then we will do division. 12 divided by 2 gives you 6. And finally, we will do subtraction. 48 minus 6 will give you 42. This is what your work should look like. And let's move on. Now, let's justify our answer. A would have been true because 43 is equivalent in both expressions. False for B because B answer choice was, value of the expression was 44. False for C, the value was 42. And false for D, the value was 42 for each one of these expressions. Thank you, y'all. We'll move on to the next lesson. I'll see you there. Have a good day. Bye.